Hey everyone, I'm going to cover some real good tips and tricks for rapidly, easily, and freely creating a video that you can share with your parents. I'm going to do this on a PC, and we're going to have other videos to show you how to do it on an iPhone and a Mac. But this video is going to give you tips for best ways to do it and best ways to knock it out for free. Okay? So I'm going to start by just searching for the word movie, and nearly all PCs have this program called Windows Movie Maker. And I'm going to go and grab my video. So let's say I've recorded a video. Let's start there. Let me show you a video this is a clip of one that uploaded really quickly that my colleague Chelsea did. So the first thing that you want to know with doing a video, I'm going to give you some tips. So number one, don't turn your camera off. So even if I make an error here and I forget what I'm going to say, I'm going to go back and cut that piece out or start over. So if you're going to record a video, oftentimes you goof up, you goof up, you goof up. Just go clap your hands. Clapping your hands is tip 2, because what this does is it creates an audio spike on your video. So when you're looking at the audio, you see where you're going to begin again, and it's a lot easier to cut parts out from that. So I'm going to record for all the ugliness and badness of it, and then I'm going to go back and just grab the good parts. Turn your camera on and off and on and off is going to turn this into a day-long event. Point number 3, smile for a few seconds before you start talking. As we see on the picture here with Chelsea, she's sitting there frozen for a little while, because when you go back to record and splice the parts out, if you don't have a split seconds of you sitting like this, you're going to have to try to cut through or all those awkward faces that you don't want to be part of. Okay? So I went into Windows Movie Maker and I added this, and all I'm going to show you is the quickest and fastest way to do stuff. So here's the video.
Hola amigos, espero que estén bien.
Okay. So let's start. This line here moves things around. So I'm going to move that to the beginning, and I'm going to put in a title slide. And you're going to call this whatever you want. You can say, Teach's been using these to great effect for a long time, and SLPs are saying, hey, I just want to give you an update on how therapy with John's going. So we're going to put that in there, and what it looks like is this. So super cool, but super long. So I'm going to click on this audio, and here's the next tip from this, is we're going to reduce this to 2 seconds. And then also, we're going to reduce this to 2 seconds. Okay? So it looks like this.
Hola amigo.
Okay. So the next thing we need to do is how to clip. And on here you're going to see a tool called Split. And anywhere you put this, you can split. So let's watch this for a second.
Espero que estén bien. Los extraño bien mucho.
So she's saying, I hope you're doing well. I miss you very much. Let's say we wanted to end it there. We're going to split.
Les quería leer un libro.
Let's say she goofed up right there and began again. I want to read you a book. We're going to split that. We're going to click on it and delete it. Okay? And what will happen is that just creates a transition.
Mucho sobre el tema de.
So I don't know if you guys were able to see that jump. There's two quick ways in which we're going to fix these breaks. So the first one, if you click on animations, there's all these options for transition. So I've got my marker there, and I'm just going to put that in there. And here's what this looks like now.
Los extraño bien mucho. La primavera. Hoy vamos a leer un libro.
Okay, so it just sort of changed out the graphics. This diamond one, let's go down here, and I'm going to, again, go to Edit, Split. Let's say this was a bad part. Split that. And get rid of that. I'm going to go to Transitions and do a different one. Okay. Another thing that we can do is just put a transition in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on this, copy, come down here, right click and paste. Okay, and then you can move this up there. And then same thing, we're going to grab these wording, copy, paste. Okay, so then here we don't want to say therapy with John, we're just going to say how to read a book, something like that. And if you want to get really fancy, just change the color of it, something like that. So that gets rid of the ugly transitions. Okay. And the last tip, which is the most time saving, is that data from YouTube and from Vimeo and from Facebook shows that the fall off point for most videos is 3 minutes, and it's getting shorter and shorter. I think you can agree, you pull up a video that's 11, 12 minutes, you're like, I'm not sure if I want to make that. Well, that's good for us because it knows we just need to cut to the point, cut to the chase, and do it. The next video tip, if you will, I should have said this before, but when a video starts, you want to spit out exactly what it is. Hi, this is Scott. We're going to review therapy tips. Hi, this is Scott reviewing progress notes. Because that's the expectation nowadays with Facebook and YouTube and text and phone call, that you need buy-in immediately. So you just give up the ghost and say, this is what I'm going to be doing in this clip. Okay? Lastly, we're going to make this video. So I'm going to go home and save movie as an MP4. This is a very short clip. The shorter the videos, the faster they process. This raises the question, here's a video.
Hola amigos.
Okay, so let's say you go to share this out and it's too big. What are we going to do? Well, I want to introduce you finally to this program called Handbrake. This is a free download you can get for your laptop. And what it does is it makes things smaller. So I'm going to upload the file. I'm going to click, this is a very important button, Web Optimize, Add to Queue, Start Queue. And now you can see that it's processing this video down here to be smaller. Okay, so if I right click on the properties, I see that the original video is 3.3 megabytes. These are tiny examples. And if I look at the properties here, this one's 1.2. So even that little thing cut the size of this video in half for me to be able to share it more easily. All right, that's it. That's how you rapidly make a video to share all the good things that you have going on in your therapy session. If you are rocking some area of speech pathology because you've been doing fluency for 20 years, this is a great way for you to get your successes out to the rest of the group in a rapid way. It took me 14 minutes to make this video that I'm making for you, and I'm going to go back and edit it a little bit. So you should be using that as a gauge that we don't want to be Martin Scorsese with these things. Some things might take a couple hours on the front end, but the faster we get at this, the more likely we are to do it, and parents love them. Thank you.